Human Development and Learning. EPSI 501. My own sense of how human development and learning plays out over a lifetime has not changed significantly since I've been in EPSI 501. What is different is that I now have theories, concepts, and vocabulary to articulate what I've observed, experienced, and implemented in my practice. All of the students in my class are in a process of development. The year they are with me, they will experience physical, social, emotional, and cognitive change. These changes will occur at different rates and times for each child. As their teacher, I have a role to play in influencing that development through my design of their learning environment. In my class, I have set up behaviorist routines such as writing and reviewing the schedule at the beginning of the day, using color-coded duotangs for each subject, using agendas and reviewing the homework board daily, and having a designated area where students hand in homework. This eases anxiety for some students because what needs to be done is clearly defined and well practiced. My math program uses a cognitivist approach of sequential learning involving information presented in small, manageable chunks with lots of examples to follow. I try to mark while my students are working so that they can get immediate feedback and correction. My students enjoy using this program because the step-by-step approach allows them to be successful. My students love the independence, creativity, choices, and challenge they have when I assign projects that require them to use skills and knowledge they have learned in class. For instance, after my students have learned how to build series and parallel circuits, I pose other challenges involving switches and motors. They are engaged as they work together to solve problems that arise. I've tried to build social learning into the classroom culture. My students work at tables of 4 so they can ask each other for clarification and support. I move them around each month. Each student is also paired with a kindergarten reading buddy. This gives them the chance to work with many different people and get to know them better. In the past few years, I have opened up my weekly schedule so my students can spend time working on personal interest projects. I have scaled this open-ended inquiry back to meet the zone of proximal development for my grade 5 students. Their guided inquiry is limited to designing Scratch coding projects, so I can provide the scaffolding they need to make the project achievable and meaningful. These projects require my students to exercise self-regulated learning skills because they must engage in the challenging task of planning and executing a long-term project. My students are also learning in a community of practice, since Scratch is designed to provide opportunities to create, upload, share, post questions, and solve problems online. Over the years, I have adjusted my practice to meet the needs of my students, who are from diverse cultural and socioeconomic backgrounds. Many have parents who are working 2 jobs, work late shifts, or have limited English fluency. Other students are busy with extracurricular activities. I arrange my classroom schedule and lessons so that my students complete most of their work at school. I also provide what I call project time, which is when students can work on an assignment of their choice. This can take place in class or another location such as the computer lab. It has been good to take the time to reflect on my practice, to celebrate what is working, and consider how I can improve. I've been inspired by the various perspectives and passionate voices of the classmates in my cohort. Thank you for all your contributions.